welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and today I am just going to put bases on cards and hopefully decorate some of them too. But I'm going to start out, I'm going to kind of do it, assembly line style. So, I only need to glue to there. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. I'm just gonna glue a bunch of bases. So I'm basically, the card that I'm gluing these on are the ones that came with the envelopes that I bought. They did not come with actual cards. They just came with like these little one-side card things. So I'm just going to use those as the fronts of cards or for journal cards. So yeah, come play along. You got some scraps to collage, go ahead and do that. If not, maybe you want to decorate some ephemera, work on your journal, whatever it is you want to do. Just come hang out with me while I glue stuff down, basically. And I don't know, let's hope I'll be chatty. I like this, this piece actually had same colors that were in this plaid piece, which made me really happy. So like if you are new to collage, just collaging 2 pieces with coordinating colors is a great way to start. And then you move up to 3, and then, you know, keep moving up until you get where you want to get. And I am inking. I don't always ink when I'm collaging, but since these are basically going to be finished pieces, I thought that I would just go ahead and ink them. I don't know if I'll add some stamping, paint, ink, anything like that. I'm not to that point yet, but we'll see. So a third piece. What would a third, actually, that might be nice right there. I'm gonna lose some of that. That's okay. And you do like you like. If you like to have it all be straight edges, then you could just do all straight edges. Or if you like it to be super random, I know some people, they do. They like it random. You do it the way you like it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Well, all the ways are the right way. All right, so there's no wrong way to do it. Let me clarify. I'm going to come in a little bit because potentially I'll be able to cut off a little edge piece anyway for it to fit on the card base, because most of my card bases that I'm going to be using are cardstock that has like a pearlescent finish to it. So I want that to kind of like frame it out. So I'm okay with cutting off. So I probably will be like trimming off a little bit of the edges of these cards. So I really don't even have to do this trimming up right now, but I'm gonna anyway, because why not? So I hope everybody is well. I'm curious, do you send out physical Christmas cards still? I did like once or twice in my life, but it's just too much pressure. So I don't usually. I mean, I am making some this year, but that's more to sell or to put with journals that I sell. So, and any of these that I don't use for Christmas cards, I can definitely use for let's see, I can definitely use for ephemera. Those are the words trying to come out of my mouth. I want to, sorry about that, I can't help myself. Oh, wait, what was I saying? Oh my word. See, that's what happens. I'm sorry, that is just how my brain works. It just doesn't sometimes. If I remember what I was talking about, I'll finish my thought. All right, finish a thought next time before you go and do stuff like sing. I have no idea what I said. That's super annoying. I know it's annoying to you guys. It's even more annoying to me. I don't remember always being that way, but it's gotten worse with premenopause, just saying. Well, maybe we'll have that at the top. have that little bit hanging down a little bit. And let's see, I still want to use this piece. It's got the red. That's not in there, but it could still work. Or how about a piece of this? You want a piece of this? Just grab off a piece of this. About that wide, maybe, give or take. And right at the top there. Alright. So yeah, if you are new to collage, doing like 2 long pieces and a short piece is a good way to go. You could even do like a stack and whack with like up 3 to 5 to however many pieces. You want to start with less pieces if you're doing it for the first time, probably, till you get the hang of it. And then I'm going to do this down here. I tore out some magazine pages that I'm not going to use in glue booking. I do sometimes glue book, but I have to be in the mood. It's not an all the time kind of a deal. So my hands are starting to get sticky. We knew that was going to happen, but it's not like I'm surprised about it. I'm just annoyed about it. Why every time must my hands get sticky? I'm looking for like a paper towel or tissue or something. Just got a piece of tissue. And oops, so there's that one. These are my glue pages to glue on, different than a glue book. But you can see how quickly things go if you've just kind of got your pieces together. Alright, let's make sure we use up this one. Some other small, well, let's see, we could do one. Oh, I'm going to put this to the side, so when I have little pieces to use up, then I can kind of do that. I'm going to, no, I'm not going to save that 33. Thought I was going to save that 33. Alright, let's see, what have we got? More of these. Let's see. Does that fit? Oh, no, it doesn't, but that's okay. Just gonna tear out a piece there. Let go of that piece. See, the wreath is kind of big, although that doesn't mean we can't use parts of it. See, now you can't even tell that it was a wreath. Let's see. Trying to keep my desk a little neater. I know it does bother some people. Believe me, it can bother me too. But also I work fine in mess, unfortunately, for some of you. And I understand that for some people it's physically hard to watch. I know that because when people like are doing scraping noises on their videos, that is hard for me to hear. I usually can't. I usually have to mute it or fast forward it when that happens. So I get it, and I will try, especially for Defemember. I'll have, you know, new people watching, and even though, you know, Barbara has warned people that I am a chaotic creative, they still might not like that aspect. I put those little pieces up there, and yeah, we'll do a piece of this. Just because the pieces that are going on top may actually go really nicely with it. So that's partly why, even if that color's not in the other piece I just put down. It's not necessary for all your pieces to coordinate. It's just kind of nice when they do. And this one I did on music paper. I don't know if you can see. This is actually like the table of contents or whatever. Oh man, it's sticky. So sticky. So very sticky. That's the problem with gluing. This glue sticks, which is what you want it to do. It's just kind of annoying when it does it all over your hands. I know that's loud. I need to find a paper towel. I need to clean in here. That is a big part of it. All right, that's just 2 pieces, and that's fine. Let's see, I don't want to just, oh, here we go. These are nice. There's some of this too. Florentine paper from Vintage Studio 717. And the other papers, I think, are from Shoe Studio. I will link them below because, oops, I try to do things nice like that so that you can find the shops at least, even if I don't link the exact kit that's being used. At least it narrows it down to a shop so you can find it. That's what I'm saying. And I'm using Scotch Create. I use that and Oohoo. It depends whichever one costs less at the time, because most of the time the Scotch Create I can get like 4 of them for like 12 bucks. And then sometimes it they want to sell one for 12 bucks, and I'm like, no, you can't catch me in that kind of trickery. And so then I go buy the Oohoo. I had to find a piece of tissue that wasn't quite so, I don't know about plaid with that. That could potentially work though. Don't know. And then a piece down here. A piece of what? A piece for us. That's got pink in it. Oh, that's got red in it. I'm going to try this piece down here. See if I can narrow it down to see what I can get from that. Nice little painty piece, sprayer off sheet. Those are always fun. Alright, so I think you've got a hang of the gluing the papers down. I'm going to pause and make some more bases, and then I will come back on, and if I add any mixed media, I'll show you that, and then we'll add some focal points. So yeah, let me just finish this one, and then I'm going to disappear for a little bit. Okay, I just want that at the top. Just glue to about where I think I want it, and then I'll cut it off. I mean, you can do plaid with Florentine. There are no rules. All right, so I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so I've got a bunch of bases. This one I just glued on a piece of scrapbook, a piece of the digital. So I will probably add some mixed media to that because it's a little plain. And this is just also these. The ones that don't have any painty papers on them, I definitely want to do more to them. This has a little bit of a brayer off sheet on the side here. This one is just all scrapbook papers too. So these I will probably do something with, like do some gesso or brayering or something. I mean, they're fine as they are as well, because you know, you put something in the center and then the outside, it still looks really cute. So they are fine the way they are. They could be definitely used as they are, but I'm kind of extra, so and I'm not worried about this here because, like I said, I'm going to cut them down some. They're a little bit on the large side for now. This does have a piece of painty paper, which makes me happy. Like, she's kind of big for this card, so if I put her on a 4x6, I would probably take down a little bit of the edge piece so more of the background shows. But, like, I don't know what I'm going to use her on yet anyway. Those are the whimsical pieces. Alright, so these have some painty papers on them. So these ones, that could go either way, are going to go over to the side over here. That is, that one can go there. This one is just digital. And then this one, brayer off sheet with a piece of digital. This one's got brayer off sheet with a piece of digital. There we got the painty paper with a piece of digital. This one has mostly well, this is antique ledger paper with some stamping on it and some digital, so that one might get more. This one has painty paper, and that one has painty paper, as does that. Well, that one has, yeah, painty paper down here. That one does. This is just a piece of 5x7 to use as a background for something else, so that will definitely get more, most likely. There's another piece of that. It's more of these 4x6 ones. This has some painty paper. There is another piece of just 5x7 to do more with. That one. Another piece that I just cut, and then I'll make that a background for something. And then there's that one. So I kind of had some of these that I'm like, oh, he'd be cute on there, or he'd be cute. Like these, color-wise, that's perfect. Same with him, although I might want him on something bigger. It needs a little bit more. It works. Yeah, it works on that too. Anyway, so these are just bigger pieces that I cut as well. Some more collage pieces. 4x6 and 5x7. Those are the two sizes that I'm working with. And then we have this one. So this one, I think I'm just keeping it simple. It's mostly the digitals with a tiny, tiny piece of painty paper back here. And actually, I might do a little bit of stamping on it. So I've got Nested Circle here, which is a new one because I can't find my old one, so I bought a new one, and Mariah was like, I thought she had one of those. Yep, I did. I lost it. Well, I'm worried. I'm afraid what might have happened is the last place I had it was in the metal box thing, and I sent that to the thrift store, and the box was black felt inside, so it is possible that somebody might be getting an extra special stamp in the box that they weren't necessarily expecting. Alright, so I've got this piece here, which is part of a digital, oh shoot, well, this is from this kind of, it's from this digital. I'll try to, I think that's Fusion, or I don't know, I'll figure it out, and I'll link their shop, Etsy shop down below. But I just wanted something lighter behind him so that he would kind of stand out a little bit more, is what was happening with that. And then I had a piece of lace. I've been mostly using, oh shoot, I just had the freaking lace. I've been using like coffee dyed cheesecloth as my backing, just because, you know, these are kind of more rustic, and I thought, you know, some cheesecloth is nice and rustic, but I kind of like the lace with him, and he's going on a gold background, which I've also lost. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got this gold background for him to go on, so I'm going to go ahead and ink this off camera. You don't need to watch that. Alright, so I'm going to take, I've got, this is Chianti Versifying Clair, so it's kind of like a dark burgundy. And this is one of the newer stamps from pmartiststudio.com. And I just kind of want to use it on here just to bring in a little extra something. Isn't it pretty? It's a mandala. It's mandala something. So now when I think this is how I wanted this, down this way. Alright, I can go ahead and glue him on. And here's the little piece of lace that I wanted to put on. Wait, which way does it go? Oh, this is the back, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just using art glitter glue. I said before, right, Scotch Create for the other bits. I'm using art glitter glue. I'm just kind of hitting the thicker spots here. It should hold it on fairly well. Plus there'll be a piece of the owl will be on top of the lace as well. And get some glue on my hand because that's fun. And then glue the owl on and glue that on the card. Alright, I decided to use this paper instead of this one because it brings out his fluffiness on the inside there. And this card is smaller, so I'm going to have to cut something off here. Or I could have it hang off. I mean, I don't know. Because I didn't cut this one wide enough. I mean, I can cut another one wider. That's a possibility. But also, I can just cut some of this off and just make sure the lace is not there when I cut it. That's all. I can glue the lace. The lace can hang off a little bit. That's fine. So there's that one finished. And I've got envelopes for them. And what I've been doing with my envelopes is taking a piece, like here's one that I made, the rabbit. So I've got the gel plate print back there, and then I had book page and some of the little bits. And this one actually was kind of short, so it's got a little pocket here that a gift card could go in, or a note or whatever. And then of course I got something on the envelope, so I splattered the silver, because this was silver, and used a piece of the gel plate print on a piece from that's on the card on the envelope. That idea comes from my aunt, who makes cards, and you know, she does that when she's sending out cards. So I was like, oh, I should do that. That'll be cute. That'll add to it. Now, I don't necessarily have, I could do that. Also, I could just use this stamp as well. Would be another way to do it. And I like that it's like a little bit more faded. You know, I use like the ghost stamping, so it's a lot lighter. So there's still place to put the address, the return address, and stamp on the front, and then just really cute on the back, and coordinates with the card. Whether you want to use these as journal cards or cards to send out to people, it's nice to have that, you know, go together like that. Just saying. All right, let me clean up a second. All right, I did end up putting, I found some, pieces from the painty papers that I use. So I added those on there as well. And I messed up my stamping, so I stamped it on a piece and glued that on there, because I got myself a new stamp. Sorry, Mariah, I bought a less expensive one on Amazon. But the problem was I didn't lay it flat, and so all this bumpiness messed it up. That's what happened with that. Next, should we do a 5x7 one? Let's see. She doesn't have any green on her, but she might be kind of cute. Just need to get that white part off of there. I don't need to. I want to. Now she might be cute with a little piece of lace. Alright, I found this gauzy looking fabric in my scraps. So I cut a piece of that. It's a little bit wonky, but I did try to make it straight on one side at least. So even though it's wonky everywhere else, that's okay. And I'm just gonna put down, oh, I should get some doilies out. Put down some art glitter glue and hope that that holds it nicely. I just thought it might be cute with the little whimsical girl there. I want it up a little higher. There we go. And I do need to make sure it's all glued down, because it will continue the it'll just keep fraying otherwise if I don't have it glued down completely. So in some of it I wouldn't mind if it did that, but not all of it. And then I want to put this piece of plaid down here just because that's what I want to do. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but I like how it looks. Alright, so that's going to go down here. And then I'm just going to fold it here, but it's going to stick off just a little bit, because when I back this on something, it might not be this pink. It was going to be, but might not be now. This almost looks like this color here almost, but not quite. So I might change my mind, but that will just stick out just a little. It'll stick out towards this side here. Yes, you can do pink and red. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You could totally do that. All right, so because of what this material is, I think I'm going to use, well, I'm going to start with art glitter glue, and if that doesn't hold it, I will come at it with the Fabri-Tac. Because paper to fabric. Fabri-Tac is your best, but you can also use a PVA glue. And I'm pretty sure that's what the art glitter glue is. And then she's just going to kind of go right about there, I guess. And that glue is going to dry a little shiny. Let me see if I can get some of it off. There we go. So that's what that looks like. And I just need to, I could glue it on this one. I think it should be okay on there, but I don't think it's the best either. So I'm going to find a backing for her. Now I did find using this cardstock, the pearlescent cardstock, you do need to use your scoreboard, because when I tried to just fold it, it cracked. So the scoreboard helps it not crack. Not every cardstock will do that, but I think but this particular one does. It's a pearlescent cardstock that I got from Hobby Lobby. Now I picked this one because it has a little bit of green to it, and we've got this green here. I think it works all right. It's kind of a dark something or other. I don't know what it is, like a dark bronze, green, gold, bronze. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to take this red geranium. I've tested the 3 red inks, well the 4 red inks that I've got that are permanent, and that seems to be the one that is the closest to not being annoying. I mean, the closest to the red that's here. That's what I'm trying to say. Not the other thing that I said. Just kind of, I'm going to put one in the middle too in case it shows around her, but I don't think that it will. So that just adds a little bit of something to the corners with a little bit more red, and it was similar enough to that red. She's a little bit more orange red though. So she might not even be what I want on there. This one is a little more red. Yeah, whoever made, oh, Cher, she's got the right red. She's got the red. So I might like her. I mean, I'm overthinking it, obviously. Ooh, Santa. See, he's got more orangey red too. What about this little girl? She doesn't work for me. I'm overthinking it. I know. I can't help myself. Alright, he's kind of fun. I think between him and her, there's more blue back there, so I wanted something with more blue in the background. Yep, I'm overthinking it, I'm aware. So it's alright. It's totally alright to overthink it once in a while. Overthink it, somebody said, no, you're just thinking it through. Yeah, sometimes that's it, and sometimes I'm kind of overthinking it. I'm gonna rough up the edge of this a little bit. And then I might find a little bit of lace or something. But, you know, they've got kind of a distressed background as well. And then what I'm putting them on is a little bit distressed. And I have gold for behind it, but I don't think that works. So, I think a plain white would actually work just fine. But, I mean, it's not terrible, but I don't love, also I don't like to perfectly center things. So if I could get like a little piece of lace to go around the corner there. Yeah, he would definitely sparkle better on white background. So I will do the background in a little bit. Right now, I will grab, oh, where's that little piece of lace I had? Oh, and just, you know, squirrel. Here's one I made the other day off camera. So I just had a piece of gel plate print, put another piece here, and some of the cheesecloth and some antique ledger there. And on the back, I just did a little strip of that, and the rest of the card is plain. And then I have these little plastic bags to put them in. Alright, so that is how he turned out. I doubled up some lace. I had some lace back here that I had like used, I think I used like some spray inks, but you could use dry, just distress inks. So if it gets wet, it could make a mess, but hopefully the card won't get wet. It did okay with the glue. I didn't end up getting that color all over, so that's good. So that is him, and I think I have a little bit of this background, maybe. If not, I can use the same stamp with the same color ink. There we go. I just did the ghost stamping on the front and the back. Definitely left place for write the name, return address, stamp, and if they don't send it in the mail and they just put someone's name, it'll still look nice. So it's another one finished. Yay! All right, for this one, get that out of the way. I've got a piece of this lace, which I think is perfect. It's just a little piece of coffee dyed lace, and I'm going to use art glitter glue, which is not open. So I'm just going to kind of like put that there so I can kind of see where I need to put it. And I'm going to go ahead and spread it with my little silicone makeup thingy, just coming from there to the inside. It's okay if it sticks up on the outside. I just need it to be mostly down. Whew, this stuff stinks. And it's not centered, and that's okay, because I can just bring her up like that and actually, or I can put her centered. Yeah, I think that's alright. It's not centered, and I'm okay with that. So since I'm doing this on a big piece of lace, I am going to go ahead and use the Fabri-Tac. What did I say? I think I might have called it something else a minute ago, but it's Fabri-Tac, which I don't want to get on my mat. Oops, don't want to get it on my mat. That's what I said. There we go. And if you were going to put a sentiment on there, right there would be a great place to put a sentiment. I don't know that I am going to put sentiments, but either way, she looks cute. Do I have something? I don't know. For now, I'll just put the envelope with it. And I'm putting these in plastic, so hopefully you stayed to watch the whole thing. When I show them at the end, they're going to all be in plastic. I'm not taking them back out of the plastic. Actually, this would be a good envelope to like kind of splatter in gold. Since we have this gold here, so that's a possibility. I might splatter it with gold. We'll see. Time will tell. And I might take them out of the plastic at the end, because I know people come to see the end, to see what was made. Or, you know, I guess you can still see it in the plastic. Why are they going in plastic? Because hopefully if I get pictures taken, they're going in my shop. And then any that don't get sold in the shop will get sold. Oh, she actually might work with that because she's got some of this dark brown down here. Alright, yep, she does work. I might want to, do I want to make her a little bit, I want to, no. I was trying to think if I want to take down the side just a little bit. But the problem with that is I used a straight ruler. I don't want that ruler. I used my clear ruler, which is upstairs, and it was straight. So I didn't want to use my deckled edge and have a different kind of an edge. Although it probably doesn't matter because I'm going to do the, you could use your scissors for this. You don't have to have a Tim Holtz messer-upper. I don't know, what is it? You should write what they are on there if he wants people to find them. But you know, you can just use scissors. It's just a little tiny razor, or you could just use a razor. Probably. This is a little safer for people who tend to cut themselves, like me. For people who are a little bit on the klutzy side, like me. So, just gonna pick some of that edge and ink it up, ink it up, ink it up. Trying really hard to keep the clutter out of the screen for you all. I know it's hard to watch. Yes, you can usually tell if someone commented recently because I'm like, talking about it. Sorry. I know, it's probably annoying for me to talk about it, but also, is this the right size? Let me find a base. It's all about that base, Yeah, definitely need to cut this down because that's my base, which I like because it's similar to the color of the floor there. And I don't have a lot of this over here. So I'm basically doubling the size of the border that I want, and then I turn this over carefully, and then I mark where I want to cut it. So, whoops. And then I'm going to cut it down. Cut it down, cut it down. Just going to cut it on that line for the most part. Did I cut it on the right side? Yes, I think I did. Okay, good. Whew, wait. Yeah, I don't mind if that bottom gets more. That was more to cover the corner than anything. Means there's not much left to it. Okay. I guess before I ink it, I should make sure it's the right size. Yep, I got about the right, equidistance on the border there. I'm just gonna, don't show as much on this side, but at least the white, there's a white core too. So if I ink it, then, you know, take away that white core. So that's good. I'm just gonna glue that on there and glue her on there. Do I want lace? That's a good question. I mean, she kind of works just on there. Oops, want me to actually be in screen. That's the thing. So I like have you all zoomed in so you don't see all the clutter around. But then I forget that I'm zoomed in. So there's that. Let's see. That is kind of bright. No, I think she works on just on there. I'm going to glue that all down. So there she is, looking super cute. I think she's about to sing. She's not sad. She's got her eyes closed because she's about to sing. That's what I think. All right, on this one, I'm going to do a little bit of houndstooth on the side over here. Not covering it totally, just some. Which also means that it will be a good idea to kind of get some on the envelope too, because why not? That's a lot on the back. I'll be a little bit more careful on the front. There we go. A little bit at the top. A little bit. I just want to make sure I don't get it where... well, I can get a new envelope. Or I can coffee dye that one and then it will look a little bit, you know, make more sense. This one can go in the journal. Alright, so now that I got most of the ink off of that stamp, now it'll probably work a little bit more like I want it to. Oh, look, we've got... must have had red on my fingers. I did it sideways. Well, it's houndstooth. Does it matter? Probably not. There we go. That's a little bit more. Now we got a place for the name in the middle. Alright. Move that out of the way. So now, that was a little bit more, a little darker than the red that I've got going everywhere, but it'll be fine. It's fine, it's fine, everything's fine. I just wanted a little bit more pattern over there. You want to see? Goodness. It all encroaches. Sorry, I try not. I try to do better, but I can't. It's hard. He's so sweet. So all I did was this one was cut it down and glue it on. I didn't add any stamping or ink or anything like that. And just gonna put Santa on there. Oh, I did when I ripped around him, I like cut out his little ball on his hat because he was, you know, because I wanted the same kind of tear on all the sides. I don't like that he's facing that way though. I mean, I could have made it a left-handed person card and then it would have, you know, made it open that way. Then I might have liked it better. And then I had a little piece left from around the edge and a little piece of gel plate print. So those can go together. So that's what it looks like if you just have, you know, one that's a little bit more collage pieces than some of the other ones I did. That one had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. A lot of them only had 2 or 3. Some of them had more. Depended what I was doing at the time. Alright, this one I'm doing a little bit different. I'm putting the lace behind the base. I cut it a little bit short on that side so that I could have the lace kind of hang off a little bit. Mainly because I didn't like the piece that was here. that was the main reason. But yeah. So I'm going to use Fabri-Tac since I'm gluing it on to the lace. But I didn't like it over. I liked it under better, which is why I decided to do that. That's a lot of glue. Just saying. And then, there we go. I just need to hold that for a minute. So that's how that one turned out. He's so cute. Or she. Could be a she. I don't know. Put the cover back on my glue. Might be a good idea to do that. Just saying. So I'm going to make a few more off camera and then I will show you the ones that I made. So here are the ones that I just finished making. So I did I did cut that lace and then put it up the side. And this one goes, and also in order to use as much paper as possible, some of these flip up like that because that's what's left after I cut out a 5x7 base. And then I finally find one for the pink to work because he's got the little pink in his nose and his ears, so pink worked for him or her. And then I got this one, which is also a flip up, and a little mouse with just a little piece of lace like that there. And then in case you only came to see what I made, here are the rest of them that I made during, well, you know, I paused a lot. There's a lot of starts and stops because you don't need to see me ink and glue every single piece. And but you know, I like to show all the process if I can. This one I made prior. I didn't make this one today, but all the rest of these I made today. There's an envelope. He's so cute. That was the first one. Oh, this one I didn't make today either. That's a past one. And that was a past one that I made too. So those are all the ones that I've got so far. I hope you all have a delightful day. Love you.